Last week we went to our friends at Golf Clubs for Cash and we picked up Dave a full set of clubs. But today we're out here on the golf course, we're here at Woolley Park, and what we are going to try and see is, will it affect Dave's performance? Buying second-hand older clubs, are they going to help you? Are they going to just give you the same kind of performance? After all, is it all down to you, or in this case, is it all down to Dave? Right then guys, obviously first club up from Dave is my favourite, it is the X2 Hot Callaway drivers. So very interesting that I did have this. This was the favourite driver I've probably ever had. Had it with a nice blue Devotion Oban shaft in it. I think I've still got it at home, so it will be making a return to the channel maybe at some point. 10.5 degrees, second hand. Dave, we've got that in slow motion. We've had a skip and a jump. That's where it pitched, everyone, but it is over and it is safe, just about.
First shot at day, Chris, what do you expect?
Well, when we talk about is it the golf clubs or is it the individual swinging it, you've nearly proven that right there, Dave.
And I've lost the, I found the tee.
Oh, fantastic news.
Ooh.
So guys, obviously one big thing here, we've only spent £600 on a full set of clubs here, so we know the latest sets of irons, again some that you've seen on the channel, are 13, 14, maybe £1,600 for just a set of irons. So obviously if you're getting into the game, what we're trying to say is there is affordable options. Again, a massive thanks to the guys at Golf Clubs for Cash for helping us get these sets and just put them to the test. Obviously get them in Dave's hand and see what they actually can do. Obviously, is it the golf club or is it the individual swinging it? We know obviously here with Dave, he's got a full set. We're going to play 9 holes. Last time at Waterfront he did shoot, I believe, 5 over. His best score obviously over 9 holes at Waterfront was 4 over. That was in the summer. Obviously we played in the winter, no carry, so it was a fantastic score with clubs from 2012. We're talking 2013 now. Obviously if you had clubs from that year, if you did buy in that year, what were the clubs that you invested in? Have you still got them or have you changed? Okay, so Dave has avoided the water or used the water. But we've got a shot in here. Obviously we've got around about 170 yards downhill, Dave. So in the bag, what have we got for that shot? We've got the Adams V4 3-iron hybrid. So Dave does have hybrids at the top of his bag. Obviously he does have the 11 hybrids currently. So this is not too dissimilar. So we did try and choose him things that obviously he's going to be able to play with. Price-wise, again, how much was this one?
£44.
So £44. You think the latest and greatest hybrids now are close to £250 to £300, which is half. Oh, pheasants are out. Which is half of what this full set of golf clubs cost. That is a fantastic shot there from Dave. It's not with the driver, and that is in the middle of the green, Dave.
Should have taken this off the tee.
You probably should have, Dave. It definitely it's carried further than bouncing in there. The ducks have returned to the water.
The ducks think they're safe now.
They're now safe.
Pheasants have returned into middle at fairway.
That's true. So we can see down here, we can see that it's maybe not in the middle. The front third we'll go with, but Dave's got a putter now, and we did show on the video last week, obviously the putter's actually from 2009. We did have a little bit of a mix-up, but obviously it's very similar to the putter he had back at this time. So the ping is in. Obviously this morning, fantastic greens here at Woolley Park, and the big thing for John, this was the biggest discussion we had back in October. What flag scheme should they go for? These are the new flags here at Woolley Park, a bit of half and half, a new full blue flag stick as well. Looking good, ready for the season. First competition, I believe, is this weekend, weather depending.
Is it?
Obviously, a lot of competitions are being put back, Dave, haven't they?
Yeah, they usually wait until first weekend in April, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's...
But that's Easter weekend, so maybe not.
Yeah, everyone's on the holidays. Or on the beverages. Right.
Or both.
Or both. Very good point, Dave. So, ping putter here. This is a Volt putter, like we say. 2009. That's not 2009. I'm tricking everyone. It's not 2009. I think it was 2013. I don't know where I've got that from, but Dave's left himself some work. Again, obviously dew on the ground still this morning, so that is something to take into account. Again, if you play in the morning, guys, that's something that you need to think about.
Yeah, under it.
But we're going to leave John's new flags in. Fantastic flags.
That were awful.
I don't think that was anything to do other than the stroke.
Oh, it's not to do with putter, Chris.
In for a 5.
Well, that's life.
Second hole here at Woolley Park, par 4, 350 yards. Stroke index 14, which is right on the cusp of whether you'd get one, Dave, obviously, with
that
you.
surprises me, does that, because I always think this is a slightly harder hole than first.
It is. Tough hole this. Obviously, you can see by the flyover now that it is a dogleg to a raised green. 2 tiers on the green here, so you need to be on the right level. They're doing some fantastic work this winter, which we'll show you shortly, with a new bunker, revetted face. Fantastic looking.
Not
Right.
riveted, revetted. Well done.
He's giving the X2 Hot another go. Obviously, not the best drive on the first. A bit of luck.
Do you think that's all the club, or is it just a little bit of me, Chris?
I think it's mainly you, that
Right.
poor Mallard.
That was me and all.
I definitely don't think it's the
Turn it into a par 5, if nothing else.
driver, Dave. Well,
Yeah.
let's hope with your handicap you actually get a shot here. So this is proving, guys. Obviously, Dave's got to hit some good shots from here, but this is where, obviously, depending on what clubs, if you spent £600 on that driver and you put a golf swing on it like that, unfortunately, it's not going to go very far. So we haven't quite made it to the fairway, as we know from that shot tracer. Dave's got options in the bag. Obviously, we know we've got a couple of hybrids. We've used a fantastic Adams V4 on the first. Are you going to go for that again?
Yes.
Yep. So we need to get down here. But I was just saying to Dave, obviously, not a great strike, obviously, as we know. But even if David hit a really good one, it's a tough hole here. So he might have still not got on the green in 2. So,
Might.
well, true. If he can get into a good position here and give himself a good angle in, we could still get out of here with a bogey.
High finish.
Another fantastic shot with the Adams, and that's position A for a pitch on. Nicely, Dave.
Too late, mate.
Well, I didn't want to say anything. So guys, obviously if you are in the second-hand market and you do buy second-hand clubs, where do you get them from? Are you somebody who gets them from Facebook Marketplace? You buy them online? Obviously, whereabouts do you get them from, or do you go to a store? Is there a store near you that specialises in second-hand golf clubs? Let us know, guys. Obviously, we want to know where everybody's getting their golf clubs from, just to get an idea, obviously, which way the market is going. Golf's not getting any cheaper at the minute. It's obviously getting more and more expensive. So are you favouring towards second-hand golf clubs and still enjoying your golf? So left himself here in a good position. A very tricky pin here. Definitely one that Stu has put out this morning. So obviously what we want to see here is Dave hitting the green. Obviously, what has he got in his bag? Distance-wise, Dave, how far do we have?
It's saying 92 yards to the middle, Chris.
92, which was really the shot we want to play. Obviously, we can see there is a ridge there. We can see the new revetted face, nearly complete by the boys here. So obviously, what clubs have we got in for this, Dave? We've got, obviously, the set of golf clubs we have are the Rocket balls.
I'm going to try a pitching wedge. It's cold, it's damp, and I think that green's slightly higher than we are here, so that'll add a bit of extra loft on as well.
Yeah, so we're making
I'm
sure...
having to clean these on my trousers, Amanda, because Chris hasn't bothered to bring a towel.
I brought you a golf bag. Dave's already tried to steal my golf balls, but... and tees. Other than that, might as well hit the shots as well. Great shot.
A little bit left, but safe.
Yep, pin high, gives yourself that outside chance,
I didn't
Dave.
really fancy going for that pin. I mean, I know
No.
you'll say that you shouldn't anyway, but I think it's in a dumb spot for me.
Yeah, that could potentially run off that green, so a good position there for Dave. Obviously limit the damage. Let's see what he can do. So interesting there, Dave obviously talked through his shot there, so he did the right things there. He thought that it was obviously a little bit uphill, wants to play for the middle of the green, and even with clubs that he's not used to, Dave's got the right flight and a good distance. Again, we can see the fantastic job they've done here at Woolley Park.
I like that, that's nice.
Yep, they've done it on a couple of holes here, so I think they've done 3 more, one on the 18th, one on the 13th, and we know they have one just over that hill there on the 17th, which is very, very deep, so there'll be a few people getting caught in there, I believe.
Will that be the 16th?
It'll be the 16th, correct, Dave? Got the holes mixed up. Got the dew on the ground, so obviously if you do play at this time of the day, guys, make sure you take advantage of what the dew is telling you. Obviously when you've hit a putt, start to give yourself feedback of, did it start where you wanted it to? Was the pace okay? That's more down to obviously a little bit of water on there, but are you reading the greens right and are you starting the ball on line?
In answer to those questions, no, I didn't hit it well, and no, the pace wasn't good, but we'll never know whether the line was right on the first putt, will we?
The line looks relatively good if we had another 8 feet of pace, so let's see here again. Ping putter, very much like the Ping Derby Dave had back in the day, back in 2013. I don't know why he stood like that, fans, but that's a good.
I thought it was going to come in, I was trying to help it.
Oh, right, is that what he was doing? Right. That was a good putt there, good pace. Obviously, we can see by the line that pace was good. It was just a misread, just overread. Didn't move as much as he wanted to, but.
And is that because of the dew as well?
Potentially, yeah. That's potentially not going to take as much break because obviously the water resistance is holding it up. But another bogey and we move on. Okay, so par 3 third here at Woolley, you can see by the flyover. We are on the winter tee, so a little bit further forwards, 120 to the middle. Dave has selected his
8 iron.
8 iron. So 8 iron out.
That might be sort of borderline too long, but it's cold, it's uphill, so
yeah. So 8 iron.
The green tee.
Oh, nicely. 8 iron out of his rocket ball set. So this is where we want to see. Obviously, has technology come along enough? Obviously, depending on how Dave hits this, is he going to get the good launch? We know he's got the correct shafts in there for him. We've got regular light steel shafts in there, but is it going to get the launch? Is it going to get the distance? And if he doesn't strike it out of the middle, will he still get the forgiveness you do from modern day golf clubs? Well, it's certainly high enough, Dave.
You say it's got the height.
Yep, that's pin high. Again, this green, there is 2 tiers on it, and unfortunately...
I mean, I don't really know this green that well, but that pin looks like it's really quite far left. So.
And I can tell you you're on the wrong tier, Dave. But other than that,
oh well, that's
let's
life.
get up there and search for the first par. Okay, so we can see, again, not too warm this morning. That has landed and stopped pretty much straight away because it was a towering ball flight, but Dave's got a long putt again. Certainly giving himself some work early on in this 9 holes.
Giving this putter a good workout, it's nothing else.
Well, it's very true. That's the poor Mallard that had to run for cover on the first hole. Right. A long old putt right here. As we can see, there's a ridge in the green just there. So they'll have a little bit of right to left on it. That's pretty good putt. He had the line. Good roll. Just needed a longer swing.
Couldn't make myself hit it any harder, Chris.
Obviously, Dave gets 2 shots on the first 2 holes, so it was 2 5 for 4, so he would be currently level par, even with not hitting his finest shots there. But no shot, unfortunately, on this hole.
It was only the drivers I couldn't use, Chris.
Well, that is very true. You hit some fantastic shots after that, actually. The hybrid, so far, best club in the bag. I feel like the hybrid was the best club in the bag last month as well.
Yeah, there's
So-
a common theme, Chris. Common theme.
Good pace there. Obviously, we can see that Dave misread that, or he pulled that. 'Cause
No,
obviously-
I actually misread it. That's exactly what I was aiming.
Ah,
I'm
so
afraid.
there we go. So Dave aimed exactly there. We can see by the line in the dew that that's exactly where he aimed. This week, guys, second-hand clubs, 1 over par. Look at those flags.